So we have derived two trigonometric identities. One is, in fact, one has got two subparts. One is sine of minus x is equal to minus sine x. And part 2 is cos of minus x is equal to cos x. Right? And second identity that we have derived is cos of a plus b is equal to cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Now, using these two identities, we can work out many other identities that I am going to show. First, number 3 identities. Let b is replaced by minus b. So then this expression will become cos a minus b. It will be equal to cos a. Cos, instead of b we have to write minus b, minus sine of a multiplied by sine of minus b, which will become, we have seen from here cos of minus x is equal to cos x. So cos of minus b will be cos b. So cos a cos b. Now sine of minus b will be minus sine b as per this. So two minuses will become plus sine a sine b. So this is one important equation. Cos a minus b is equal to cos a cos b plus sine a sine b. And as you can see, the value of cos or cosine of a minus b starts increasing, because we know that lower is the angle, higher is the value of the cosine of that angle. Right? Now, before going into the other trigonometric identities, I just wanted to show how it is being used. For example, we started that question. What if somebody asks me to find out the value of cos 15 degree? Using the geometries of triangles, we cannot find out the value of cos 15 degree. But using trigonometric identities, we can find it out. How? We can write cos 15 degree is equal to cos of 45 degree minus 30 degree, and use this formula. So it will be cos a cos b, that is cos 45 degree into cos 30 degree plus sin 45 degree into sin 30 degree. We know the values of this 45 degree and 30 degree, cos and sin values, right? So cos 45 degree 1 by root 2, cos 30 degree is root 3 by 2, sin 45 is again 1 by root 2 into sin 30 degree is half. So it will become 2 root 2 into 1 plus root 3. Sorry, 2 root 2, 1 plus root 3 divided by 2 root 2. Now we know normally in the denominator we do not keep root, so we will multiply both the sides by root 2. So it will become root 2 plus root 6, and the denominator will become 4. So this cos 50 degree value is root 2 plus root 6 by 4, which we could not find out using the geometry of triangles, but using these trigonometric identities we can find it out. We will also show later that even the half of this angle can be found out using trigonometric identities. So let us go into the other trigonometric identities, and when the time comes we will show how. Now, let us go to find out some other interesting identities. We'll replace A by 90 degree, or in radian it is pi by 2. Okay. So, what then it will become? Cos pi by 2 minus B. This will be, A is replaced by pi by 2, so cos A will be cos pi by 2 into cos B, right, and sin pi by 2 into sin B. Now, as you know, cos pi by 2 is 0, so this will be 0 into cos B, and we know sin pi by 2 is equal to 1, so this will become 1 into sin B. So, it will become sin B. So, identity number 4 is cos pi by 2 minus B is equal to sin B. If you replace B by any angle, say let's say cos pi by 2 minus A, it will be sin of A. So, identity number 4, part 1 is cos pi by 2 minus A is equal to sin A. Now, what will be sin pi by 2 minus A? Now, let us look at this. This shows sin of A is equal to cos of pi by 2 minus A, right? So, now A is replaced by this. This is very interesting. So, sin of, instead of A, let's put A is equal to pi by 2 minus A. So, sin pi by 2 minus A will be cos of pi by 2 minus, what is A? We have substituted A by pi by 2 minus A. Is equal to pi by 2. When we take out the bracket, it will become cos pi by 2 minus pi by 2 plus A. So, cos A. So, this one is sin pi by 2 minus A is equal to cos A. This is number 4 identity, part number 2. Now, we will go into the sign identities. What is number 5? Sign identities. Part 1 will be sin A plus B. Now, what is sin A plus B? We can write this as cos of pi by 2 minus A plus B. This is coming from here. Sin A plus B, so here we replace A by A plus B, so it will be cos pi by 2 minus A plus B is equal to cos pi by 2 minus A minus B. We will put into the format of cos of A minus B. So what it will become? So this is now A and this is B. So it is as per the earlier formula, if you remember, cos A minus B is equal to cos A cos B plus sin A into sin B. So cos A here is pi by 2 minus A into cos of B plus sin of pi by 2 minus A into sin of B is equal to, now cos pi by 2 minus A, we have found out earlier, it is sin A, this is cos B plus sin pi by 2 minus a is cos a, which we have found from here, and sin b. So sin a plus b is equal to sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. Now identity number 5 and part 1 is sin of a plus b is equal to sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. Now again, instead of b we will put now b is equal to minus b. So it will become sin of a minus b will be equal to sin of a cos of minus b plus cos of a into sin of minus b. Now we know cos of minus b is cos b, so it will be sin a cos b. Now sin of minus b is equal to minus sin b, so it will be minus cos a sin b. So sin a minus b is equal to sin a cos b minus cos a sin b, and as you can see, the value of sin decreases with the decrease in the angle. So when there is a difference, so the value of sin will decrease, and this is shown by minus sign. You compare with cos a minus b, if you remember, which we have done a few moments back. Cos a minus b, here this will become plus sign. So remember this. So now let us do cos of pi by 2 plus a. So it will become cos pi by 2 into cos a minus sin pi by 2 into sin a is equal to cos pi by 2, you know, 0, cos a minus sin pi by 2 1 into sin a. So cos pi by 2 plus a is equal to minus sin a. What is sin pi by 2 plus a? So this we can put 6 part 1, this part 2, sin pi by 2 plus a. Now part 2 is sin pi by 2 plus a, sin pi by 2 into cos a plus cos pi by 2 into sin a. Now we know this is 0 and this is 1, so it will become cos a. So sin pi by 2 plus a is equal to cos a, and as you can see from the earlier, if we remember, we have shown in the second quadrant sin is positive. So you see this is in the second quadrant because pi by 2 plus a, let's say assume a is an acute angle. So this will be in the second quadrant, and that will be equivalent to positive value of cos a. So it is positive, whereas you see here cos pi by 2 plus a, it will be minus of sin a. That is sin a is positive, and when you say minus sin a, that means it's negative. So cos will be negative in the second quadrant. Then third will be cos pi plus a. You will find, if we put those values, if you like this, if you put the values of pi, you will see it will come to minus cos a, and similarly number 4 sin pi plus a will be minus sin a. Just put these values like this, what we have put, will come to this. Fifth will be cos pi minus a. Again let us put the values, so it will be minus cos a. So cos pi minus a is equal to minus cos a, and here in this series the last one will be sin pi minus a. Again we will put the value and we will find it is sine a. So let me just recap on identity number 6. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. Cos pi by 2 plus a, that is minus sine a. It is in the second quadrant and that's why it is negative. Sine pi by 2 plus a, this is also in the second quadrant and it is coming as cos a, which is positive. Cos pi plus a, this will come into the third quadrant, and as we know that in the third quadrant except tan and cot all are negative. So sin cos pi plus a is equal to minus cos a. Sin pi plus a, again sin pi plus a will be in the third quadrant and that is also coming as minus sin a. Now fifth, cos pi minus a, this is cos will be coming into the second quadrant. So it is minus cos a, and similarly sin pi minus a, sin a, because it is in the second quadrant and so the sin pi minus a will be a positive value, which is sin a. So this is the number 6 identities. Let's go into the other identities. Number 7 identity, part 1 will be tan of a plus b. Right? Now tan a plus b is equal to sine of a plus b divided by cos of a plus b. Now let us put this formula, sine a cos b plus cos a sin b divided by cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Now we will both this numerator and denominator will divide by the same quantity, which is cos a into cos b. So we will divide by this. What will happen is that then sin a cos b divided by cos a cos b. So it will become tan of a. This part cos a will get cancelled. Sin b by cos b, which will be tan of b. So this is cos a cos b. So here cos a cos b divided by cos a cos b will become 1 minus sin a by cos a will be tan a and sin b by cos b will be tan b. So tan a plus b will be tan a plus tan b divided by 1 minus tan a into tan b. Now, so identity number 7, part 1 is tan a plus b is equal to tan a plus tan b divided by 1 minus tan a into tan b. Now, part 2 will be tan of, instead of b we will replace it by minus b. So it will become a minus b. It will remain tan a plus tan of minus b into 1 minus tan a into tan of minus b. As we know, sine of minus x minus sin x, but cos of minus x does not change its sign. So tan will always change. So tan of minus b will be minus tan b. So it will become tan a minus tan b divided by, now tan minus b will be minus tan b. There are two minus here and minus here. It will become plus. So 1 plus tan a tan b. This is part 2. Part 3 will be cot a plus b. I am going to do it very quickly. This will be cos a plus b divided by sin a plus b is equal to cos a cos b minus sin a sin b divided by sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Now both this numerator and denominator will divide by sin A into sin B. So cos A cos B divided by sin A sin B will give you cot A cot B minus sin A sin B divided by sin A sin B, it will give 1. Here it will be sin A by sin A cos B by sin B is cot B. Sin A will get cancelled. So cos B by sin B cot B plus cos A sin B will get cancelled. Cos A by sin A will be cot A. So cot of A plus B will be cot A cot B minus 1 divided by cot B plus cot A. So number 7 identity, the last part, the fourth part is cot of A minus B. So cot of A minus B is equal to cos of A minus B on the numerator and denominator is sin of A minus B. Now if we expand it, it will be cos A into cos B plus sin A into sin B and divided by sin A into cos B minus cos A into sin B. Similarly, like other previous example, we divide both the sides by sin A into sin B. Once we divide by sin A sin B, this will become cot A into cot B plus 1 and sin A cos B by sin A sin B, it will become cot B and this will become cot A. So cot A minus B will be cot A cot B plus 1 divided by cot B minus cot A. The next identities are called double angle formula. For example, cos 2A. This is double angle for cosine of 2 times A. Now if you remember cos 2A, we can write it as cos A plus A. So basically if you remember the earlier formula, B is replaced by A. So this is cos A plus cos A. So it will be cos A into cos B. Cos B means here it is A minus sin A into sin B. Sin B is also A. So A is basically, if you remember the earlier formula, we are just replacing B by A. So it will become cos square A minus sin square A. So cos of 2A, cos square A minus sin square A. This is one way to, so this is identity number 1, this is part 1, sorry, this is identity number 8, part 1 is cos 2A, cos square A minus sin square A. Now this can be again represented in in many ways. This is one way. Say let's say it is 1, 1. Then we can also write cos square A minus sin square A, we can write it as 1 minus cos square A, right? So it will become 2 cos square A minus 1. This is also one way to, let's say we write 1, 2. We can also write it as 1 minus 2 sin square A. Let's say 1, 3. We can also write it like this, cos square A minus sin square A, which is here original, divided by 1. 1 means cos square A plus sin square A. And we divide both the sides by cos square. then it will become 1 minus tan square a, and this will become 1 plus tan square a. So this is 1, 4. So as you can see, there are many ways to represent one double angle, and we'll use it as and when we need it, the way it is required to be used. Similarly, for sine 2a, we will also work out. Just before that, I just wanted to highlight one thing. So, before going into the next identity about sine 2a, double angle formula for sines, I just wanted to highlight that how this becomes handy. For example, we could find the value of cos of 15 degree, right? Using this identity, cos of 45 degree minus 30 degree. And if I remember correctly, we found out it is root 2 plus root 6 divided by 4, right? Now, we can use this here. Let's say 15 degrees 2a. So, using this, we know that cos of 15 degree is equal to cos of 2 into 7.5 degree is equal to 2 cos square a minus 1. 2 cos square 7.5 degree minus 1, or 2 cos square 7.5 degree is equal to 1 plus cos 15 degree. Now we can find out the value of 1 plus cos 15 degree, because cos 15 degree we have found out. So from here you can find out the value of even 7.5 degree. So, but you have to use a calculator to find out, because there will be lot of roots and things will be involved. So again what you can do is, then 7.5 degree you can take as 2a and again find out half of that angle. So that way we can find out indefinite number of angles, and that is very useful. Then you can find out any angle values up to plus minus 0.5 degree and so on. Identity number 8, part 2 is, we want to find out the double angle formula for sine 2a. Sine 2a is equal to sine a plus a. So here we are basically replacing b by a. So it will be sine a into cos a plus cos a into sine a. Remember the earlier formula, sine a plus b, just replace b by a. So it will become like this. So it will become 2 sine a cos a. So cos 2a, you have found that cos square a minus sine square a, and then we can make some other representations that we have found out, and sine 2a can be represented like 2 sine a cos a. So normally this and this we have to remember. Once these two things we remember, rest of the things we will remember automatically. Number 3, we have to, there is also one double angle formula for tan 2a. Again similarly we can find it out, tan a plus a. So we remember tan a plus tan b, instead of b we will put a 1 minus tan a into tan b. Tan b again we will put a. So this is 2 tan a divided by 1 minus tan square a. Similarly, we can also find out, and this you can try yourself, what is cos 3a. So this is the triple angle formula. We can write it as cos a plus 2a, and then we can find it out, and again put the value of the cos 2a, and you will find some expressions for it. So just to summarize, what we have done is, we started with two basic identities which we have proved also. One is that sine of minus x is equal to minus sine x, and the other one is cos of minus x is equal to cos x. And the second one is we have also proved and we established this formula that cos of a plus b is equal to cos a into cos b minus sine a into sine b. Now these two formulas, if you remember, finding out the rest of the formula is just merely and it will take couple of moments time. Just remember these two and you can work out the others. Now, and we have also shown that how this is helpful. For example, we could not earlier find out what is the value of sine 15 degree or cos 7.5 degree. And also there will be many values which we could not find earlier. Now using these identities we can very easily find that out. So this is the basics of trigonometric identities. I hope you loved it. If you like this video, please share with your friends and colleagues. If you want to reach out to me, you can write to me at shumit.iitkgp.imd@gmail.com. I'll be very glad to be of any assistance to you. Thank you very much for watching this video.